Good morning, everybody. How we doing today?
Good morning.
Great.
Good, good. Bobby, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
All right, we got an awesome crew here today. How's everybody doing for a Monday? We doing good? How you doing, Patrick?
Yeah.
Good to see you. Gloria, good to see you.
Good to see you. How are you?
Doing awesome. Doing awesome. Very good. Hey, Marcel, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
She's doing so good. She's speechless. Cool. Awesome. So we got a really powerful training here today. So as you guys, just to let everybody know, if this is your first time joining our group training, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to introduce yourself. But just as a recap, how our group training is set up is on Mondays, we really focus on technology and marketing, and with a heavy focus on actually getting videos done. And on Wednesdays, we focus on really taking our sales and marketing blueprint as a whole and implementing it to generate more listing opportunities. And then on Fridays, for those of you that are looking to like hire an admin, hire an inside sales agent, or build a team, we really focus on that on Fridays, just to kind of give you a scope. And so when you go to the dashboard, as a reminder, you'll see all those events there on the dashboard. And then at any point you're learning something and you're stuck, we want to be there to help in any way that we can. And so what Jonathan Simonelli does, our senior marketing coach, and his team is make Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time available for any technology questions. Who would love to have like a technology expert like at your fingertips anytime you got stuck with any sort of tech issue? Who would like that opportunity? Like, that's why we did that, is to make sure that that's available to you. Because I know for myself, even though I understand technology at a high level, interacting with it is not always fun for me. And so just take advantage of that at every step of the way that you're interacting with us. Okay. And then if you really want to get good at prospecting and overcoming objections, just as a reminder, Tuesday and Thursday at 1:15, we have some of our elite inside sales agents that are available. And what they're doing is they're really focusing on prospecting, and they talk about every type of lead on the planet and how to overcome the objections. And we can even do breakout sessions if you want some one-on-one role play or group role play. We want to make that as interactive as possible. So Terry Baker says, still John Lehman. Yeah, that's right. So basically for today, what we want to do is we want to review. And John Simonelli, I don't know if this document is available where we could put in their click, but the document that we got from Whitley with the different types of videos. And what we want to do is have a discussion about remarketing to our database in general, but really focusing on remarketing within this conversation. And we want to take this time to practice our videos. So we're going to do about 15 minutes of training. But as you guys know, if you're a part of the Ren coaching platform in any way, shape, or form, everything we do here is actionable. So we want to not just do anything theoretical only. We want to make sure we have time always to take action on it right then and there while it's fresh in our memories. Okay. So does that sound good to everybody? So we're going to commit. I just want to make sure we have everyone's commitment here today, that even though it might not be perfect, we're going to take action on what we're going to learn here today. So can I get everyone's commitment that we're going to spend this time right now and we're going to get something done in today's working session? Okay. So with that said, Jonathan, I'd like to do a recap of the different types of videos that we've been talking about, and then go into what we're going to be doing as far as like getting those videos implemented.
For sure. So the document that was provided by Whitley it was actually in a video, but I did repurpose it more for like what we're looking for here. What I can do is I can drop that in the chat here, and it has the 4 different videos that are suggested for us to do. So I can drop those in the chat right here, and then we can jump into the different ways we can repurpose them as well.
Cool. And I know a couple people are really excited about getting Google LSA implemented. So I just like a volunteer from one of my marketing team members to do a breakout session with anybody that's looking to get their Google LSA implemented and to go step by step through that process. Could I get a volunteer from one of the marketing coaches to do a breakout session on that?
I can do that.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So if we could put Amy in a breakout room. So raise your hand if you're interested in today really focusing on getting your Google LSA up and running if you haven't done that yet. So Chantel, Gloria, Nicole, and if you could raise it in the chat actually, so that way we could kind of have a record here. Lehman, are you cool? Are you okay to execute on this with the breakout session? Are we?
I'm assigning people right now, yes.
You are the man. All right, cool. So Jonathan, why don't you go ahead and just talk through the different types of videos that we should be really focusing on executing on as part of our as part of remarketing to our database, either through text or the different channels. And then John Lehman can cycle back around and we'll talk about the technical part of doing that.
Sure. Do you want us to focus on the Whitley side of it, like with the 4 different videos they suggest, or do you want it more on the broad category of like the 4 pillars that we suggest from?
I'd like to start off with the 4 pillars, and then we can kind of break it down. I want us to start off with 4 pillars, and everyone can grade themselves on how well they're doing with each pillar. And then that way they know what we can best know how to serve them based on where they're at.
Okay. So the first area that we want to look at is, we call it our 1-to-1 style of video. Pretty much what this means is that it's a direct message shared via video to a specific audience or person, that the message and the information you're sharing is tailored to them.
So before you keep going, so on a scale 1 to 10, how well are you doing with your 1-to-1 video messaging to communicate with your clients at every point in the journey? Go ahead, John.
I was going to say, this is something that we should all be doing a version of already. This is something where it's what you would be having the conversations over the phone, via text message. You're shooting them an email. You're sending them the information they may be looking for. How well are we communicating that information via video versus just hard text or email or phone call? Okay, so it looks like we have a few different people coming in. Michelle says a 6. Ken says 9. Marcel says 0. D says 1. Ashley says 6. Anything else in the chat here, guys? Patrick says 0.
Okay.
Alfredo says 2.
And then within that, how well are we equipped to use the Remarketing Hub to have those conversations on a scale of 1 to 10? If you could now drop that in the chat, how well equipped are we to use the Remarketing Hub to execute on that? Okay. So let's have some open. John, is it okay before we move on? Should we go through, or do you want to have some open dialogue around what the challenges are with execution?
I would say we could jump into a little bit of the discussion first, and then we can immediately jump into the next piece there. And just for a quick perspective here, guys, the reason this is so important, and the metric that I've learned from the very, very early days of my college career, I have a master's degree in marketing, everyone. So I've been through a lot of classes about why this is important. But the biggest metric that changed my mind about all of this is if we share information with it just being read. So if you see it, you're reading it off a piece of paper, you're reading a text message, we'll retain about 30% of the information shared on a regular basis. If we hear information being shared, spoken over the phone, coming through the radio, just hearing that information, we'll retain about 30% of that information as well, 30% of the message being shared. If we can see and hear a message being shared, we tend to retain between 70 to 80% of the information being shared there. So imagine if you're marketing to your database and about 20 to 30% of your database are actively engaging with you, and only 30% of that is actually receiving the message you're sending. That's a very, very small number. So if you're already working at a disadvantage of, it's going to take time to work up to having your 80 to 90% of your database working with you. If we can have 80% of the people who are receiving our message understand it, digest it, decode it, that is such a huge swing and an adjustment we can make to be able to have the maximum value provided from what we're sending to get the best ROI back from our audience. So it's so incredibly important for them to see, hear, and understand through both sensory perceptions the information we're sharing, aka video, compared to any other way that we're going to be communicating with them. And that's why it's so important for this one-to-one. If you're sharing a message, you want to make sure that they're understanding the most information possible from it. So we can look at what is some of the obstacles or issues that people are having with trying to implement this style of communication.
So let's have an open dialogue. What are some of the things holding us back?
Sometimes the concern about what's in the background, how I'm dressed. Should I be professional or should I just be like it's a Friday, where you just kind of dress down a little bit, relax.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually have something for that. Actually, a question for everyone on here. Do you guys remember what Isaiah was wearing on Wednesday last week in his video on here? Remember what color shirt he had on, or if he had a collar or not a collar, or
Something
where he
like
was?
Shirt.
It's probably the same shirt, just a different color.
Pretty sure.
See, definitely, that's a good guess.
Pretty sure it was collared button down.
But that's how important it is, guys. If something we've spent an hour in here wholeheartedly focusing on this, the focal point of learning this information, little details like what somebody's wearing, what background they had, where were they. If it's such a non-factor, it's the fact that we remember we were here on Wednesday. We remember we went over certain topics. It doesn't matter what you're wearing, what you look like. Obviously, we want to present ourselves in a professional way where it's not, they'll probably remember if you're wearing a bright orange Hawaiian shirt, if that's not what you normally wear, those kind of things will stand out. If you're in your normal everyday, how you're going to go to a listing appointment, how you're going to interact with someone, they will never notice and or spend the time to care about what you're wearing if the information you're sharing is the right type of information. So it's definitely a fear, Laura, but I can promise you it's going to be such a small factor down the road. It's better just to kind of cannonball right in and give it a try without letting that kind of issue hold you back. Thomas did remember. I'm impressed. I was going to say, I was actually about to scrolling back to our recordings to see if I could see it, but that's fantastic.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next type of video. So what's the next type of video, John?
Next type of video is a broadcast. This is our casting our wide net, guys. We're getting the information out there. We want to make sure that if we're going to spend the time, we're going to suffer through recording this video, we want to make sure we're broadcasting it out to as many people as we possibly can. We want to make sure that everybody that we want to see this video can, because at the end of the day, marketing at its core is a game of numbers. The more people you get your message in front of, the more reactions you're going to get back from it, the more ROI you're going to have in the long run.
And there's two different types of broadcasts for your notes. There's one type of broadcast that's a 20-second text message that you really hone in to a specific group or specific audience. So maybe it's like a Z-Buyer lead. Maybe it's a group of, maybe it's your sphere of influence, right? Maybe it's internet leads, whatever that is, it's specific to that audience. And it's generic enough where it sounds like it's going out to the individual, but it's really going out to a group. Does that make sense? So the only difference is you're not saying the person's name, but you'd be like, hey, this is Isaiah. I was just reaching out to follow up because I saw you put an inquiry. So it's very specific and specified. And that's something you want to be doing on a daily basis. We talked about that in the boot camp a lot, is making sure that once we get our list honed in, that we're sending out a group text or a group video text every day. And why do we want to do that, folks? Why is that so important when it comes to setting up appointments?
So that they call you first.
Yes, you work that way. You're working smart. You have a smart list, because what's going to happen when you send that text out first, you're going to get people responding, and it's going to give you a list to work from. The other type of broadcast that Jonathan's talking about is a video broadcast. It's taking like a longer video and you're broadcasting it through an email. So it's like it's taking an educational video and you're broadcasting that video out to different channels, including email, and also, which we're going to get into, is doing you could do some remarketing, which we've been talking a lot about with this new Whitley integration. So that educational video should be repurposed as many ways as you possibly can repurpose it. Does this make sense to everybody? The difference? And John, I think that's kind of gets into our third one, right?
Yeah, the social media remarketing, distribution online, available through a lot of different platforms. Not only do we want to make sure that, so if you guys think about our audiences here, we have our videos that are going out one-to-one. We have that personalized audience with that message tailored to the individual who's receiving it. We have our more broadcasts, which is going out via email, going out via text message. So we're getting it out to a larger group of people. It's a little less personalized, but at the end of the day, it's a necessity to get in front of enough people to see what we're looking for. Now it's looking at the most broad area that we can do this, and that's going to be through social media. And this is going to be through making sure that we're posting it in the right areas. So this is going to be your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your YouTube. This is going to make sure that no matter what platform people prefer, because believe it or not, there's still people that are on Twitter that refuse to use Facebook, or people on Instagram that refuse to use LinkedIn, and you can vice versa that whole thing to where different areas are going to have a different audience of people where they have their preferred social media. Our goal with this video is, regardless of which platform they prefer, we want to make sure that our video, our content is available to them on it. And different platforms have different restrictions, but between the two styles of video, our short to the point 15 to 20 second video will be supported on your Instagrams, will be supported on your Twitters, where it's much shorter, much more concise messaging platforms, where your long form, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, where your audience is a little bit more bought in to seeing a longer video, you repurpose your 2-minute videos, your 2 to 3 minute videos, your longer, more in-depth messages for each of the platforms. So what we want to do is make sure that we're not just focusing on one or the other, because along the way, these videos that we're creating are going to be repurposed in multiple different places, and some will be used more than others, to make sure that no matter where people are looking online for us, they are seeing the content we're providing, not only consistently, but proactively in front of them so that they don't have to go looking for it, and that we're in front of them at all times, being that obvious choice of who to work with. An example I gave in our live tech training was, just imagine having a billboard, and every day you drive by that billboard, and we're in the office here 260 plus days a year. Every day you drive by it. That billboard's not up there for the 1 day or 2 days. They have to lead up there for a very long time, because it's building that memory, that recognition to, oh, well, this is going to be there every single time. This is creating a digital billboard for yourself, where it's not going to be reliant on if people are going to work, if people are staying at home. This is a way for when people go online, they automatically get used to seeing your content in front of them. So that way, when they think of, I need a realtor, you're the obvious choice because you're always right there and your media is always available to them, not only through email and text message, which is great for direct marketing. You're sending something to them, they interact with it, and then usually they kind of forget about it down the road. This is so when they go to their newsfeed, their social media sites, you're on there consistently enough where no matter where they're going, they're constantly seeing you 3 to 5 days a week popping up in front of them to make sure that you are always going to be top of mind with everybody that's following you.
Awesome. So what we want you guys to do is pick a type of video. John's going to go through different types of videos. And we want you guys to pick one that you want to work on executing, and then take the next 15 to 20 minutes and go execute on it. And we're going to be here every step of the way to help you guys make sure that you're able to execute on it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to end off for those of you that are current clients. We have a really exciting announcement for you as far as a tool that you can use to do Facebook remarketing to your entire database, to surround your entire database on Facebook through a remarketing video or through like an educational video. It's a very, very exciting opportunity. So we'll talk about that at the end. A lot of you that are came in through the free trial and you're on level 1, level 2, we trained on that at the boot camp, so you're aware of it. So it'll be more of a refresher on how to execute. So John, if you can walk us through the different types of videos, and then I'd like everybody to commit in the chat what type of video you guys are going to work on.
Certainly. So I put in the chat here, guys, the 4 videos that were suggested to us from the remarketing company, and said these 4 videos are the key, or 4 styles of video are the key to having success quickly, utilizing not only our strategies of direct marketing, broadcast, one-to-one, et cetera, but for remarketing in general. The first one is you need to make sure you have an up-to-date introduction video. Why is this important? Because we want to make sure that this video is going to be the first thing that if you're marketing to a cold audience, you want to make sure you're providing context and an introduction of yourself to them so that the information you're sharing with them down the road is a bit more relatable. They have an idea of who you are, what you stand for, what type of agent you are. We need to make sure we have an introductory video ready to go. This is also very important to have on your business page. If people are going there for the first time, we want to make sure we have an introductory video pinned to the very top. So if they don't know anything else about you, they can learn it in that quick couple of seconds watching that first video. So I know we're going to have a lot of different levels of video experience in here. So if you've never done a video before, the first one you're going to want to do is a quick introduction about yourself and some few key points about you that's going to separate you from the other agents in your market that you think a homeowner would need to know about you before they start working with you. The key to all of these videos I'm going to be sharing with all of you is make sure that by the end of the video, we give them what we call a call to action. Give me a call, send me a text, follow me on Facebook. Whatever your preferred method of communication is, make sure you tell them what you would like them to do and how you would like them to do it. Text me. My direct line is phone number. Follow me on Facebook. You can find me at Jonathan Simonelli Realtor. Let them know exactly what you want them to do and the way that they're going to be able to do it. And that goes from video number 1 all the way through the final video of number 4. So that's going to be the key. Make sure we have a call to action. So video 1, an introductory video. Video 2, educational seller video. Technically, this can be seller or buyer, but think about right now in the crazy market we're in right now. What are 3 things that every person who's considering selling their home needs to know? People love bullet points. They're easy to digest. They're easy to understand. We want to make sure that we're providing 3 key tips, secrets, tools that every home seller would need to know that you're providing to them before they sell a home. That's video number 2. Educational around a topic that you select, or even 3 topics. And again, guys, these are quick videos. 30 to 45 seconds is ideal. If it goes to about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, that's fine. But keep in mind, most of your audience, about 70% of them, will stop watching at the 35 to 45 second mark. So we want to make sure that the key pieces of information, the most important pieces, are covered in those first 30 to 45 seconds. Tom, you asked a great question. Should we have captions on your video? That would be great. But right now, our number one goal is to produce a video and get it out there. Captions and editing is something we want to add down the road. So that's something to keep in mind. But for right now, we want to focus on just making sure we get a video produced and distributed ASAP.
Yep. This is a chance for us to practice together and get direct feedback. And then if you want to make it fancier or do something kind of on your own, we definitely encourage you to do that. To Jonathan's point. Yep. Right now it's about just getting it done and going from there.
Video number 2, home seller tips, 3 of them, whatever you'd like to do. And then video number 3 is going to be, we would love to do a client testimonial. Of course, they're not always immediately available. Obviously, we have some online. We have on our Zillow page, our business page, our Facebook page even. A lot of people really like us, but we don't always have a video testimonial from them. So our alternative, if you don't immediately have a video of someone talking about how great of an experience it was working with you, we can follow what we call the 3S principle, which is a great way to share stories as well as convey information about a success you had working with someone in the form of a testimonial. So the 3 S's, they're documented on here, but to write them down, what is the story of the success? What did you do with this homeowner that is worth sharing? Number 2 is the secret. What did you do differently that they wouldn't have been able to do on their own? You sold their house for $50,000 over asking. What did you do? What was your secret to be able to help them do that? And then the third one is the service. And if you'd like to sell your home, I can help you get that process started as well. Give me a call at this one here. So make sure you share a story of how successful something was, you working with someone, the secret to how you did and achieved that success. And then make sure you pitch your service. Let them know that you can do that for them too. If they're looking to buy or sell a home, you are here to help. You can provide the same quality experience from that story to them. So if you don't immediately have a client testimonial video, record a success story that you had with a client following this 3S principle, and we can distribute that as well. The final type of video, video number 4, this is going to be something probably, Scott Rothheiser, you're going to probably want to do this one because I know you're very far ahead in the video marketing scheme. This is going to be educational videos that we've provided to you guys in the past. Everyone who's on our level 3 platform is going to know what I'm talking about. These are the 24 home seller tip videos. These are the 24 most popular video topics available online right now. These are what people are typing into Google. These are ones that if you're going to sell your house along the way, you're going to type in at least 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 of these topics into Google at any given time. What we want to do is we provide these videos to you all to make sure that we have the baseline for everything we're going to do with the program. We would love and strongly encourage everyone on here to consider doing these 24 videos yourself. They're only about 30 to 40 seconds long. I've had agents do them over the course of 4 hours. You can record all of them. The scripts for these are going to be found inside of your playbook. There's an entire scripting section. Maybe John Lehman or Emily, you guys can help me get the exact page number. I don't know it off the top of my head. I believe it's in the 200s, but they can drop that in the chat. We have scripts for all 24 of these videos. And I would strongly suggest if you have not redone them yet, their topics are done for you. There's scripts ready to use. And then repurposing these 24 videos in your own voice around your own market, around your own topics, and or your own nuances, if you will, because everybody's going to be a little bit different. These 24 topics are by far going to get you to the top of the search categories much, much faster than just kind of thinking of them on your own. These are tried and true 24 videos. So if you're brand new, let's get an introductory video done. If you're a little bit more experienced, you have your introductory video done in the past, let's do a quick educational seller video, 3 tips they need to know. If you've already done both of those in the past, let's see if we can do a testimonial, a success story of something, how you've helped someone achieve their goals following a plan that you put in place, that you have a secret formula that's going to help people get the most value out of their home. And number 4, if you've made it through these 3 already, let's jump into those 24 videos and see if we can get even 1 or 2 of them done to make sure that we can get some high quality content out there that's search engine optimized, that people who want to sell houses are going to be typing in and looking for.
Well, so John, if you could have different breakout rooms for the different videos, And then I'd like to have a coach that a coach assigned to each breakout room so we can make sure we're helping people walk through. Is that cool with everybody? That sound good? All right. So John, what should the different breakout rooms be based on those 4 videos?
I would say we could just literally call them video 1, introduction, video 2, educational seller video, video 3 or room 3, testimonial, and room 4, educational videos that are included, the 24 home seller videos. And Lehman, I don't expect you to remember all of those. They're in the chat. If you just want to copy and paste the headlines for each one, I think that would be the easiest way to do it.
So I won't be able to do room 1, John, because that's where I already have Amy.
That's okay.
You guys had us do that, so it'll just be like 2 through 5.
Oh, that's fine.
Same
As long as the
process.
titles are on there. I think that's what
So
matters.
You want to join room 2 and do the introductory video. Drop in the chat if you want to do the introductory video, if you want to work on that. Room 2. Cool. And then what would room 3 be, Jonathan?
Educational video. This is going to be those 3 bullet points on what people need to know before they sell their home in today's market.
And then what would room 4 be?
Number 4 is that testimonial, sharing a success story with the secret on how you achieve that success, and then making sure they know that your services can help them do it too.
So here's the thing for your testimonial. If you're we'd like you to do one about a client, but here's the action step for the testimonial. Call a past client and set up a time with them to get a video testimonial. Okay. If you want to do that one, I would recommend that be part of your action step too, is take action and give a couple clients a phone call. Bobby, which one do you want us to, out of these, what one do you think we could hammer out?
hold on real quick, Jonathan, which coach do you want me to put in each room?
Go ahead, Isaiah.
Well, I'm good.
Oh, I was gonna say, Lehman, if you actually make me co-host, I can drop coaches in each one, just because I'll go through and see who's gonna fit best where.
Isaiah, I was saying we should probably do educational videos, number 4.
Cool.
That'd be room 5 because we already have testimonial videos from our clients and all that. So
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
Hey, Nancy, how you doing? Good.
I'm great. I was curious, how was NWA Whitley? Did you go?
Great. Yeah, it was really good to meet everybody in person, and it was a lot of confirmation that we're heading the right direction with what we're doing for the brokerage and for our recruiting. So it was really good. Sometimes the confirmation is just as important as the new knowledge,
Yeah, that's exciting. Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Jonathan, what room is the seller tip? 3?
Yep. And Jonathan, we're gonna get back together here. Let's say like 10 after 1 Eastern, or 5 after Eastern. We'll get back together.
Sounds good. We can probably just, since there's a lot of people are missing already, we'll just close out the rooms and pull everybody back in.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
I'm working on assigning people to here, John. I'm just reading the chat and going as we go.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was about to say, I was like looking at Scott's name and then it was gone. I'm like, what is going on? D, which room would you like to go to?
She was room 2.
Oh, yeah,
Room t-
there we go, I'm coming.
Okie dokie. Jennifer, I just moved you over to room 2. You should see a breakout rooms button at the bottom of your screen.
Okay. No, right now I don't see.
Hey, it's Mary. I'm driving, and so I'm going to join the breakout room. Okay.
Yep, no problem.
Okay.
If you could drop me into the educational.
The seller educational, Isaiah.
Yep.
So at the bottom of your screen, Jennifer, do you see something that says you have been assigned to breakout room, and then it says join breakout room in blue?
No, earlier other one was showing on the middle of the screen, but now I don't see it.
Okay, let me try doing it again.
Okay, it showed up.
Nope, don't click on that one. Click on this one. You see it now? There you go. All right.
All right, we know Mary is driving, but Kyle, Ashley, Trish, Debbie, Asa, I apologize if I missed it, but if you guys would like, oh, Asa, I see you're going to room 2. Give me one moment. And if
Yep, I
anybody
already
else
have
would,
her in room 2.
oh, perfect. I don't know why she's still showing up in here. But if anybody else would like to go to a room, if you just want to jump, drop it in chat, we'll get you right over there. 2, 3, 4, or 5, and then we'll take it from there.
Megan, I know you're listening in for Trish. Is there a certain breakout room that you want to go to? Okay, honesty is in room 2, so I'm going to move to room 2, okay? All right. Jennifer, did you see that pop up on your screen?
I'm gonna go bounce around real quickly, and I'll be back.
You're good.
Yeah, something show up and I click on it to join.
Hold on one second. All right, do you see something on your screen right now? Oh, there she goes. All right. All right, for those of you that were in the breakout room with Amy that just joined back in, we are going over different types of videos to record to be able to use with our remarketing strategies, as well as our multi-channel marketing efforts. The 3 options right now, we're learning how to do an introduction video, a 1 to 2 minute video about yourselves, which is in room 2. There's a home seller educational video, which is in room 4. Or sorry, 3. And then there's learning how to do a buyer educational video, which is in room 5. So if you could just put in the chat what room you would prefer to go to, I will get you guys moved over right now.
Sorry, John, just got back in the room. Would you announce what's going on in which room again, sir?
Yep. So Terry, what we're doing right now is there's 3 breakout rooms. We're going over different styles of videos. One is the introduction video, and one is a home seller educational video, and one is a home buyer educational video. So if you want to just let me know which video you want to try to make, I'll put you in the right room. If you want to just put it in the chat.
I just got back, so I don't know what my options are with the room. Sorry about that.
You're fine. Give me 1 second here.
Hey, Melanie,
So it's,
I can lay them out for you real quick. Option 1 is an introductory video. Option 2 is for home seller tips. We pick out 3 bullet points and we create a video around them. Number 3 is a testimonial about a success story you've had with a client and how you got that success. And then number 4 is if you've already done the first 3, we have scripting for 24 additional videos along the way. Oh, it looks like you're still muted there, Melanie.
I can go to all of them, or I have to just go to one. I have to pick one.
We like to do them in chronological order. So if you don't have a introductory video done yet, we can send you over there. If you've already done an introductory video in the past,
No,
we
I
can
have
send you
not.
number 2. Okay.
Okay.
We will get you right over there.
Thank
Lehman,
you.
Lehman, maybe you can help me. Mine, whatever, my breakout rooms are very not on par with who's where. So if you could help me get Melanie over to room 2.
already got it.
Thanks,
She was
buddy.
in the room 1. She was still labeled there because she came back from Amy's training.
Oh, because my unassigned says there's no one in here, which I feel like.
Oh
may
yeah,
be
no. So like
incorrect.
so like if they go to room 2 and they come back, they still show up as part of room 2. Yeah, it's weird. You have to like reassign them to another room.
So when I'm
Okay.
done with 1, you just reassign me to 2. Okay.
Yes, and then it looks like Issa would like to get moved to room 2. Let me see if I can find her in here. Okay. You should have a notification, Issa, coming right over to you.
And Melanie, you should be able to go into room 2.
Okay. I don't see an invitation. How do I do that? I don't see an invitation. Will you send it in the chat?
Let me do this for you. You're going to see one pop up in a second here. Don't click on that one. Let me do this.
Is it going to be in the chat, or is it just going to be on the screen?
It'll
It's
be
just
on the
gonna be a
screen
pop-up
here.
on the
The
screen.
screen. Gotcha. All right.
Okay,
problem.
so don't click on that one. And okay, you should see it popping up on your screen here for room 2.
I don't see anything popping up on my screen. Because I know when I first went into the first room, it popped up on my screen, but it's not popping up. Nothing's popping up. Unless you want me to click leave? No, because that'll take me out, right? Yeah.
Is the bottom right-hand corner of your screen leave red or blue?
The bottom right-hand corner?
Mhm.
Well, my picture's in the bottom right-hand corner. I don't know if that's covering something up or not.
Okay.
So
Oh,
is your Zoom in full screen mode, Melanie?
It
Or-
is.
okay.
It is in full screen mode.
At the bottom, you know where like the mute button and the stop video button are? That taskbar?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I know what
In
that
the
is.
middle
Yeah.
section, do you see a button that says breakout rooms?
No, I just see video, share content, participants, and then more.
Can you click on more and show me if any, or tell me if anything pops up?
Chat, meeting settings. Just the same thing. Minimize meeting settings, disconnect audio, raise hand. I mean, there's a coffee cup. I don't know if that has, I don't know if that's something, says something.
Okay, give me 1 second.
The host has moved you. It says the host has moved you to room 1. I saw it pop up. Hang on. But now it's not showing again. So should I just? maybe
okay,
go to
so
Zoom?
I'm going to move you to room 2 now. See if that pops up again.
Yeah, it says move to room 2. The host has moved you to room 2, but I'm not in room 2. But I see it. It popped up and it went away.
That's
It popped up. It just said the host has moved you to room 2. So, but it went away. It's popping up. The top is popping up.
Let's do this. I'm going to send you back to room 1. If you can accept that one, Melanie, I want to see it. I'll meet you in there.
Okay.
See if that'll let you join. Or let me do this. I'm going to meet you in room 5. See if that lets you do it.
Host has moved you to room 5.
Yeah, go ahead and hit OK on that if you can.
It's not giving me the option to do that. It's just saying the host has moved you to room 5. That's all it's saying, but it's not giving me the option to actually say OK on it. It's just coming on and it's going away.
Lehman, would it have anything to do with maybe her subscription to Zoom? Like certain permissions?
I don't think so, because it's our Zoom account. They all just tune in as participants.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. It's
The host has moved you to room 2. It keeps coming up, but it's not letting me go there. I don't know if it's the
Yeah.
screen I'm using. Maybe I need to maximize the screen. I don't know.
Well, I would definitely try to maximize the screen, because if you're seeing your picture in the bottom right corner, you're probably not seeing the full Zoom room. So when it pops up, it's probably a notification instead of the join button.
Yeah, I mean, when I maximize the screen, it's making it smaller. It's making it smaller.
John, for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make Melanie a co-host, so she'll be able to click breakout rooms and then join room 2.
Yeah,
Oh, I see something. Wait, I see something over here on the left-hand side. It says join breakout room. It's on the left-hand side.
Yeah,
Okay,
try hitting
yep,
that one
go
there.
ahead- go ahead and
Okay,
click
we
that.
try that. Yeah, join breakout room. You have been assigned to room 2. That's where it is. All right, I got it. Thank you.
Mhm.
Perfect. All right, and then we have Kyle. Are you with us today?
Taking that as a no.
Lehman, do you know if that's our Kyle or Agent Kyle?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, everybody will be back literally in 1 minute now that we just got Melanie in there, but we'll give them a second. Lehman, did you just mute everyone?
No, why?
Oh, I just got a notification that John Lehman has muted, in quotations, everyone.
I got the same one.
Really? I just hit mute on my, here, let me see if it does it do it again.
Nothing that time.
That's weird.
I just broadcasted out to everybody to give them a 1 minute warning before they're coming back, only because I haven't seen anybody come back yet. So we'll make sure we can. Did that come through, Emily? Like my message? Oh, okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't come through on my side conveniently, so I don't know if it actually sent or not.
Yeah, it comes up across the top.
Emily, do you want to go jump into room 2 and let them know that we're going to be wrapping it up there? I'll jump into room 5 and 3. Oh, I can just assign you, right? I was
Yeah,
like,
because I don't have access to that part.
let me do this. Let me just make. Where did you go?
It's the whole meeting. I want to start using it because we can record these. So, I'm doing the training, I can send you.
Oh, here we go. All right, there we go.
So 2-minute warning.
30-second warning. We're coming back like right now.
All right, cool.
All right, I clicked the big red button. Let's see if everybody gets moved back here. Okay, looks like we got 18 people. Let me make sure. We got 41 seconds left before the final rooms close. We'll give everybody those 40 seconds to jump back in.
I have a question.
Sure.
If we are in level 3 from Ren, how can I get a hard copy of the Ren book?
So we are currently
$75?
Yeah, I was gonna say we're currently working on a back order of getting them. So let me do this. I can either send you a link where we can get a pre-order for one, or let me see if we can get one sent over to you.
Yeah,
I
the
still have to
link,
wait
what
to see.
happens is that when you print them all out and you try to bind it, it
Mhm.
cuts off some of the wording because of the spiral going around it. It cuts off a lot of the wording when you print them out.
Okay, we've printed them at Staples before, and they do a pretty good job with the formatting. They have a little bit of different size of paper. Are you printing them at home, or did you do
At
them
home,
in a?
yeah.
Okay, that could be it. Sometimes the margins, since the
little
pages
off.
are a little bit larger, they can throw off a little bit. But as long as you bring the PDF copy, I think it's like $12 to get it printed at Staples. It's pretty straightforward, and they'll actually put a whole nice binder on it for you too.
Okay, I'll try that. Thank you.
You said in Word, in your Word program, you can change the margin on the left side so that it doesn't print on there. I said you can move it over so you don't have to punch through the words.
That would work as well.
I'm sorry, say that again. I didn't hear him.
So you can change the margins in your Word program so that you don't punch through the words.
Okay. So is that can you fix it on Word doc?
Yeah.
Yep, you can do it on there as well. And if you need help doing that, we can certainly help with the adjustments for that one as well. But what we've always found, I mean, even just for the cost of toner itself, almost getting it printed at like a Staples or one of the print shop can do it almost cheaper than what you'll use in actual ink printing it yourselves.
Okay.
So that's always an option.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. So if we're going to wrap up here in the next 5 minutes, how did it go? Did anybody have any issues? Did anyone have any problems? I want to make sure that we can get some feedback on the videos themselves along the way.
It's just a lot to try to, it's a lot to try to speak about in like 50, I don't know. It takes me more time to memorize it and put it together.
I agree.
I think I just got the little introduction part of the first part of the video done.
So the way I've always looked at it is think about you're doing a preview to a movie. You don't want to give them all the information because you still want them to have enough curiosity to want to pick up the phone and talk to you. So it's just that little bit of a taste of, or a preview of what information is out there, just to we call it to pique their interest, make them interested enough that they want to follow up with you along the way. So sometimes that can help.
Okay.
I didn't get to the video part because I was in the ISA meeting, but that's okay.
That's what I was going to say too.
I was gonna say, we'll be covering this topic pretty much every day, not only in the live tech training, but in here as well. So if you guys did not get to it yet, we like to do it in here because we all know as soon as we hang up this call, we all get pulled in 1,000,001 directions. That doesn't mean you can't work on these videos outside of here. We're going to be here to help literally pretty much every day of the week. We're on here. So if you didn't get a chance to do it today, I can drop the outline of the videos in the chat again here. So if you want to copy and paste those, they'll be available to you. And this is going to be a building block. It's not just we did the one video, now we never have to do it again. An introductory video for anyone who's done it, we usually like to do one once a quarter. So once every 3 months or so, because a lot of things change. And just think about your background. You can do one, if you're up here in New York, you do a video outside in January, it's going to look a whole lot different than it does in early springtime. And you want to make sure that people know that as things change, as you change, maybe you have a different hairstyle now than you did before, it's always good to have that consistency from one video to the next. So a lot of these videos are going to probably be done more than once, but that's the beauty of it. Once you have your foundational pieces built, you can just keep building on top of them as we go.
Are we using Whitley to do this?
So you're going to record these right on your phone or right on your computer. And then we're going to upload these videos directly to the Marketing Hub and directly to Whitley and to a few other places as well.
Yep. And that's the next part. Actually, we're going to show you guys how to actually get them uploaded now. So perfect transition. And good question. So Lehman, are you back with us? Is he back with us?
I've been here.
I've been here. Cool. Don't be so excited, brother, about being here. So cool. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how did we do with our video? On a scale of 1 to 10, how did we do with our video? If you did one. Jennifer's like, yeah, I didn't do one yet. I can tell by the look. 6. All right. Are we ready to see how to distribute the video? Are we good? Are we good for this next step? How to distribute the video? Cool. So why don't we start with the Ren Marketing Hub, John, and then we'll end off with Whitley.
Sure thing. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
All right, can everybody see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is make sure that we get our video uploaded into the Ren Marketing Hub. So we're going to go into our Marketing Hub account here. And then what we're going to do is click on the video module on the left-hand side. And why did this just refresh on me? Sorry. So if your taskbar looks like this, you can click the arrow to expand it, and then you're just looking for the module called videos. It should look like a little camcorder. Once you're inside of the Marketing Hub here, you're going to click upload video, and then you're going to do email, and then you're going to find your video file. And you got to make sure that your video file is .mp4. It will not accept a .mov. So you want to make sure that your video is a .mp4. And if it's not, then you're going to want to go to rensupport.com and send them the video so that we can work on getting that converted for you. If everybody could put in the chat done once they've been able to upload their video into their Marketing Hub. All right, Laura's done. Ken is done. Very nice. Does anybody have any questions or having any issues uploading their video? Okay. So once we've uploaded our video into our Marketing Hub, now we want to upload it into our Whitley account. If you don't have your Whitley login credentials, you're going to want to go to rensupport.com so that one of our support staff can help get you set up with Whitley. If you're from the level 1 and level 2 boot camp last week, you should have your Whitley logins if you're on the free trial. You're going to want to log into your account. And the first screen that you're going to see is your dashboard. And then we're going to make our way to the module called Media Library. And then inside of Media Library, we're going to click in the top right where it says Add Media. And we're going to give it a title. We're going to give it a description. And then we're going to choose our file and then upload that video into the Media Library. So you should see a little loading bar at the bottom as it processes your video, and then it will upload it into your Media Library. Does anybody have any questions about how we did that? Anyone?
Can you do that again?
Yep. So when you get to your Whitley, you're going to go to Media Library in the left-hand side. You're going to click Add Media in the top right, which should pop up with this here. You're going to give it a title. You're going to give it a description, and then you're going to choose your file by hitting Browse. And then we're just going to click on our video and hit Submit.
Thank you.
And then once it loads, you should be able to see it in your Media Library, like this guy right here. You should be able to see that right from within your library. Yep.
Is it possible to, because if you've already got it, if you're in Ren, can you just pull it from Ren, or do you have to go back to your device that you're using?
Unfortunately, they're two totally different software platforms. So I don't know if John, I don't think it pushes.
So what, I'm sorry, Laura, what are you asking? If you upload it to the Ren Marketing Hub from your phone, can you access it on your computer? Or are you asking about Whitley versus the Marketing Hub?
Yeah, because if I'm on my phone, I may not be able to access a video from my laptop, but if it's in Ren, in Lion Desk, can I pull it from Lion Desk?
Unfortunately, you can't download the videos from the Ren Marketing Hub. I have to talk to them about our developers about why that's not a capability yet. But for right now, you would be able to what I would do is upload your videos to your Marketing Hub, and then also upload the video to your Whitley Media Library, because then you'd be able to access Whitley from your phone and you'd be able to download the video right from within here if you needed to access it on a different device.
Okay, so if you created it in Lion Desk, you need to upload it to your laptop and then upload it to Whitley.
So I wouldn't record it in the Marketing Hub. I would record it like on your computer or on your phone and then upload it to both, because you can't download it from the Marketing Hub, and the Marketing Hub's not going to push the video to Whitley.
Got it. Thank you.
No problem. Great questions.
Yeah, how do you access the Whitley account?
Yep. So you want to, if you don't have logins for it, it's included with every level of package that we have, Alfredo. You just want to go to rensupport.com and put in a request to access Whitley. And then one of our support staff will be able to get your account set up and running for you. It may take a day or two to get that all built out. And then they'll reach back out to you with your logins. Okay.
Okay. It's not on the Ren dashboard, right?
It's not. So it's not under Whitley on the dashboard. It's called Ren Remarketing powered by Whitley. So like if you go to your dashboard here under the Ren app section, you should see a tile that says Ren Remarketing powered by Whitley. And then if you want to click yes, where it says, have you registered for this app? Because you're a Ren client, you're already registered. And then that should be able to take you there. But usually for now, the web page to log in would just be whitley.net. Okay.
I see. Thank you.
No problem. And I'm going to test something here because Emily just made a good point that I didn't know about.
My good boy Nathan Stivers taught me that.
Stivers taught you that?
Yep.
That's good to know. I have been proven wrong. I don't like that feeling. Just kidding.
It's a learning process.
I don't know if they'd be able to do that on their phone though. That'll work on a desktop.
Oh yeah, true.
But
at
for
least
now,
it's
guys,
doable.
if you go into your videos and you press play and you right click on the video and hit save video as, it does look like you can download the videos from your marketing hub.
Sweet. That's awesome.
You'd think they just have a download button. All right, so at this point, can you put done in the chat if you've uploaded your video to the media library in Whitley? Okay.
So does everyone understand the purpose of uploading it into Whitley? I'd like to know, I want to make sure everyone's on the same page with that, what the purpose is. Why we're uploading it into Whitley, what it's going to do for us, how it's going to generate us more commissions. All right, so what Whitley's going to do is you're going to be able to set a budget for ad spend per day, and it's going to launch a Facebook ad. And what it's going to do is take that educational video and surround your entire database of leads that you have, your SOI or any leads that you're working. And it's going to keep your video in front of them all the time, constantly. A lot like you guys know when you clicked on like an Amazon ad and it starts following you. Okay. Very similar concept where you have the capability to surround your entire database, and it's like having a digital army working for you. So while you're not there, you're staying in front of them, and it creates a kind of like a walled garden, if you will. If you want to look up that term, walled garden. Okay, what you're doing is essentially is you're creating an ecosystem where you're constantly in front of your clients all the time, or your future clients. So it's an extremely powerful tool, especially as your database gets bigger. Does that make sense to everybody, how that can be powerful if you can take an educational video and keep it in front of your entire sphere, all of your family and friends, anyone that's potentially doing real estate with you, any leads that you're working, how powerful that could be, right?
And you can choose just a certain group of people too, right? Like a certain A list, B list. Okay.
That's correct. Yep.
Yep. So like if you're inside of your remarketing tool, what you do is you're going to be able to sync your contacts from your marketing hub to Whitley. So like for instance, here, this is Isaiah's account for our brokerage. So we've got 21,000 contacts moved over. And then if I hit list right here, you can see that based on whatever the source is in the marketing hub, it's automatically put them into different lists. And then if you click this Facebook link right here, then you're able to add that as a custom audience for Facebook. Okay. So then once you've got your contacts and your list set up, you can go to Facebook ads here. You click on your Facebook account. Once you've got that link together, you click on your account ID, and then you'll be able to actually create an ad. So there's message ads, lead gen, video views, brand awareness, engagement, reach, and traffic. We're focusing on video views, right? So we give it a name, and then you set your daily budget. The minimum is $1 a day. And Isaiah, what did you say? It takes about $30 to really hit like 1,000 leads, something like that. So if you do $1 a day for a month, that's $30 a month for every 1,000 leads that you want to remarket to. Okay. And once you hit next, you'll actually be able to see a preview window off to the right, and you'll be able to create your message, what you want to say. You'll be able to upload your video or choose from your media library. So for instance, we've got Isaiah's video here that we're using for recruiting for our brokerage. And then you always want to have a thumbnail image. So that's something I want you guys to write down, take note here. Even though you're selecting a video, you still want a thumbnail image to upload. So I'm using the Ren Home Advisors logo as the thumbnail for the video, or you can do a screenshot of the intro of your video. Okay. So we have our message, and then we have our call to action. You have 3 options: link or like page, open link, and learn more. Now this is where it's going to come in handy to have a landing page, right? For whatever your goal is. Are you trying to get them to join your brokerage? Are you trying to do an educational video that links them to a free home evaluation, right? Are you trying to get them to contact you directly? You want to have a landing page surrounding your overall objective, and you're going to put that in the URL here. You're going to give it a headline, and then you're going to describe the link.
And for now, guys, if you don't have, just use your website or use whatever you have right now, you know, for now. Doesn't have to, you don't have to feel like you have to customize anything right now. How often you change the content out? So Thomas, it's more about actually making sure that you have the right content in front of the audience, and then you're checking on it and you're looking at the engagement. But rule of thumb, I'd say every other week, Thomas, you want to be putting out, you want to be taking your educational video that you're doing to your database and then uploading that to Whitley every chance you get. So for example, if you've been with our training for any period of time, how many times a month should you be doing an educational style or Q&A style video and sending it to your database? How many times by show of chat?
Oh.
Yep. So you should be doing 1 a week, right? So we recommend you do it on Thursdays or Tuesday or Thursday. And so what's great about this is when you're doing an educational video, all you do is you just put it in Whitley and launch it in Whitley. So you would send it out to your database with the Remarketing Hub, right? And then you can also launch it in Whitley and wherever else you want to distribute it.
Yep, and an easy way to do that, guys, is once you've created your ad and you move on to the next page, you're going to be able to set up how long you want it to run for. So you would choose your audience, right? If you had a custom audience, and then you'd hit next, and you can hit run this ad continuously. So if it's your introduction video, you can run that forever, or you can run that for a certain period of time. Say you want to run an ad for 30 days and you want to swap your video out every 30 days, then we would just simply tell it to run until February 24th, review and publish the ad, and then you would just create another ad for that select group of people 30 days from now.
If you're on a team or part of a brokerage and you want to use this tool, just let us know and we can help you facilitate that through the team brokerage account. All right, so John, could you drop the survey in the chat? I have to hop onto another meeting. You guys are welcome to keep going, but we want to get your feedback on today's training to figure out how things went, what went well, what we can work on together. But if you felt like you accomplished something and got something done, and you felt like this was productive, drop in the chat if you got something accomplished here today. Drop in the chat if you got something accomplished or you feel like you got something accomplished here today. It's very important to us. Awesome. Good. Educational, good. Audrey, good. I'm glad you learned how to make some videos. It's great. Scott got his intro video done. That's awesome, Scott. That's huge. Great work. And again, we want to take action on something. So even maybe if we can't get the whole video done, hopefully you got a chance to test it out, to try it. Daphne learned about LSA. That's great. But just kind of be in that mindset when you come to these trainings on Monday and Wednesday and Friday, that we don't want to ever leave without actually accomplishing something, right? That's the ultimate goal. And so hopefully you guys felt like you accomplished something here. We appreciate you for joining this training. I'm going to hop off, John. You can keep going if you want, but I got to hop onto a different meeting. Okay. Looking forward to seeing everybody on Wednesday. Okay. Bye-bye. See you.
All right. So everybody, the survey link is in the chat. If you guys could just take a minute, please go to that survey and just give us a little bit of feedback on how you think everything went. And again, if you don't have a Whitley account set up yet, it is included in your Ren service packaging. You're going to want to reach out to rensupport.com to make sure that we can get you logged in there. If you're an assistant or a admin for a team member of yours, you're going to want to have your team leader reach out to Ren support to make sure we can get that configured for you. All right. So Jonathan, is there anything else that you wanted to go over before we close out for today?
No, just I know people are looking for examples. We are working on putting together a library for everyone to reference. Of course, we do have to have the agents sign off on before we share anything like that. And this is a newer product line that we're rolling out for everybody. So we'll have examples soon. But really, besides that, don't lose your momentum from today. Doing these videos is by far the most important thing you're going to do in marketing probably this year. It's just one of the highest ROI time investments you can do. For 5 minutes you put in, you get a full year's worth of use out of it. So make sure you don't stop the momentum now that we've got it going here. And really with that, John, I'd say I hope I see everybody either at 11 o'clock for tech training on Wednesday here, or back here at 12:15 to pick it up right where we left off today.
All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Have a great day.